Your top 7 at 7 with Tracy Hutchins.
Your top 7 headlines begin with the biggest event in Atlanta tonight, the MLB All-Star Game. First pitch is at 8 p.m. at Truist Park. Atlanta Brave Ronald Acuna Jr. representing our city. There will be a tribute to Hank Aaron around the 6th inning. Expect a lot of traffic around the Battery tonight.
It just was like jerk, jerk.
9 people were hurt during a stampede at the Vine City MARTA station after the Beyonce concert let out last night. MARTA says the chaos started when a woman got scared of an insect and started screaming. Take a look at your screen. Gwinnett County Police are searching desperately for this missing 11-year-old girl. Savannah Castellano hasn't been seen since this morning when she left her home around 3 a.m. Atlanta-based Delta Airlines now has to pay $8 million to settle a lawsuit that they misuse pandemic relief funds. Federal leaders say that they violated rules about how the funds could be used. Marietta City Schools will soon install vape detection devices in classrooms. They just passed that just minutes ago. These devices would send an alert to school leaders if the chemicals inside vapes are detected. Atlanta is strengthening its civilian oversight of police. The city says they reached a new agreement that means more timely data will be shared with the Citizens Review Board after incidents. Crews just broke ground on more affordable housing units in Atlanta. When it's all finished, the complex will feature 233 apartments and townhomes where the Sylvan Circle apartments used to stand. For more on all these top stories, all you have to do is open the free Atlanta News First app.